I just noticed this right before I started recording. If you look hard enough in the background, you can actually see where the waypoint is for the next mission. Sadly, if you press the L3 or R3 button, nothing happens. Anyways, well hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I am JuddlePlays, and thank God there was not a guard there. There may be a snake here though. No, there was not. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. It has been a few extra days than it probably should have been. That's just because I was planning on recording yesterday, and then I had a play to go. I had a play I wanted to go to because my friend Jared, also known as Jared Jargoon, also known as the 1/3 of Jamaican, which if you want to check that out, you can. There is actually going to be a series with just Jared and I coming up in hopefully August. I know this is really random to say, but it is going to be happening pretty soon, or sometime in August at least, so look forward to that. And let me move the mic a little bit closer. But what I'm trying to say is he had a play for his drama club, I guess, because my school, or at least my old school, because technically I graduated recently, so I'm not part of that school anymore. But nevertheless, there was a drama club play, and he was in it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see it. And also, I feel as if he probably would have been mad at me if I didn't go to see it, because it seems like he has been putting a lot of effort into that. Well, oh yeah, I was wondering, like, why the heck am I talking about this story? But yeah, it was because of why I didn't record yesterday. And I just didn't feel like getting a video up for that day, and then I didn't feel like recording later. Yes, and that is why you are not getting this video until Tuesday. And I'm going to have to record a decent amount, hopefully at least record a decent amount, so I can have videos for the time I am gone and that I cannot record. Also, if you're wondering why we're going this really convoluted pathway, that is because you have to go this really convoluted pathway in order to get to the frickin' mission. Yes, this mission, in my eyes, is one of the hardest missions to get to. You have to go through this whole maze here, and then you can finally slide down here to this mission.
We've been contracted to acquire that huge ruby of Rajad's for a local crime ring. In exchange for the goods, they'll set us up with a Cherry Bomb 500 for the heist.
A Cherry Bomb 500? That's a lot of kick.
Trust me, we'll need it. To get that ruby free from its moorings, you might have to whack it a few times with your cane.
I'm on it.
So, even though this was a Sly mission, the only thing you have to do is jump and whack it with your cane with Sly. And the rest is a different character.
Hurry, you're on. Sly's knocked the ruby loose, and now we need your muscle to get it to the buyers.
Muscle on the way.
And this is why I don't like this mission. One, this is the only real mission you play as Murray, other than the operation. Spoilers, the operation starts with Murray. Except actually no, Murray has a decent amount of time in the sun on the operation, which I would say, I hope it's not a spoiler, but whatever, you know what I mean. I mean, you don't even know what I mean. We're going to be finishing this episode in this episode. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean again, because this game's in episodes, but you're going to be seeing how Murray plays such a big part in the operation. But yeah, like I was saying, the reason I don't like this part of the mission is because, well, they don't just put Murray there. You have to walk all the way around to get to here. Now, I believe if we jump up here, we should be able to get to where the ruby is perfectly fine. Now, this is kind of an
You can pick up the ruby with your stop move. Despite its size, that rock is really fragile. Bentley will run ahead and inflate cushions that are safe to throw the ruby onto. Use them, or this operation's a bust. Now, head out to our rendezvous near the waterfall.
Well, I was trying to say something before Sly rudely interrupted me. I was going to say that this is kind of like a rendezvous mission. Not a rendezvous mission, God, what am I trying to say? An escort mission. He said frickin' rendezvous, and that made me keep thinking of rendezvous, but it's not. Also, I was going to be like, oh, where do we need to throw it? But no, Bentley is bombing that right now, because we do need to have that bombed. Sadly, there is an ability later in this game where you can jump while holding items, and you can also run while holding items. Sadly, we do not have that right now, so that is why Bentley has to put these platforms here. And we can never have it for this mission because I believe it doesn't unlock until either the next chapter or the chapter after that. But we are getting really close to the first area of the buyer. Now, This part of the mission is not hard. The next part of the mission is a little bit tricky.
This ruby is near flawless. I'll recommend to my superiors that we purchase it. Take it to our buyer and complete the contract.
And those were the shadiest people in Sly Cooper place or something. I don't know. They're just really shady. But now, he kind of disappeared randomly, but we have to go through this area, and this area tends to have guards and snakes and flashlight guards, which is not fun. Also, something else that's not fun is this guy walking like this, making it so I cannot go forward, or else he's probably going to attack me, and that is not good. Now, the bad thing is, once we get past this area, we're going to activate that snake. So I'm going to want to make it so the guard is as far away as possible when I do that, and then I can throw it here, so I can easily go up to this area, hopefully. I believe I can... No, I cannot make that jump. What's the other way of getting up here? Oh, actually, I know what it is. It's going here and hitting this... I almost called it a broom for some reason. Hitting that, which is actually a mushroom, is what I was trying to say. Now, what I would suggest here is hitting these guards off to the side. You do not want to hit them towards the ruby, because you can accidentally punch the ruby. And that is one of the many reasons why I failed this mission in the past. So now, people... Okay, they're gone. Thank you. I wanted to make sure all the guards that were coming out of that door were done, so I did not have to worry about them. Now, we're almost done with this mission. All we have to do is jump up here, grab that ruby, and Bentley's off because, you know, he does not want anything to do with this black market trade, but now we just press the square button.
I must say, the Cooper gang certainly lives up to its reputation. This is a true Indian treasure. We will honor the bargain and provide a cherry bomb 500 at the time the turtle requested.
Luckily, throughout the years, I've gotten a lot better at that mission, so that was not as bad as it could have been.
Partial flooding didn't work, so it's time to go the distance. Blowing up the temple's elephant mouth should turn this grotto into a swimming pool. I'll cover Murray from the chopper's gun turret while he pries the mouth open. Once that's done, Sly will need to walk the Cherry Bomb 500 into the throat. Then get to high ground as fast as you can. Rajan is sure to show up and be extra angry. Jump him, snag his half of the clockwork heart, and we're out of here.
Yeah, that operation does not sound really long, but then again, I feel as if the operations in Sly 3 were meant to be a lot longer than the ones in this game, but guess what? In order to get to this operation, we need to go out as Murray, and as always, we jump down here because with Sly, it's pretty easy to go the other way, but with Bentley and Murray, all of their missions are over on this side of the map, so it is easier just to jump over there. And of course, the guard had to spawn here. I did not want him to spawn here, but he had to, and also the game had to make me do a weird jump there for a second, causing that to happen. And now, since those flashlight guards are gone and I'm jumping randomly because guards are pushing in me, I just want to get past them so I can go to this mission and get close to finishing off this episode. Because, in all honesty, I am not the biggest fan of this episode, but I should try to, this is Operation Wet Tiger, but I should reminisce or whatever in this episode, because the next episode I also do not like. And let's see if a glitch happens here. I don't think it will.
Right. I'll set up shop here and provide covering fire while you try to pry open the elephant's mouth for Sly.
Now, the glitch was, sometimes an elephant can get in the way, and then you get stuck there. Now, luckily, I didn't pop right in the flashlight, or the spotlight, whatever you want to call it, of the elephant. I guess not recording in a while makes it so the commentary is a little bit funky. But yes, we have to go all the way over here. Actually, wait, I never finished talking about the one thing. What I'm trying to say is, what happens is sometimes you accidentally, Bentley and Murray, they run into the elephant, and then that cutscene, no one is there talking. But I believe that is more of a PS2 glitch than it is a PlayStation 3 glitch, because I don't think it's ever happened to me, though. And luckily we did that right before the hippo guard, or not hippo, rhino guard actually hit us. Now, we have another turret mission, except this one I find a little bit easier than the other one, mostly because you are not moving around everywhere like crazy, and that makes it a lot easier. Now, something I never showed, you can actually zoom in with the right analog stick. I've been meaning to show that, but I've just never really used it. It's something that I never knew until my younger cousin, back when, it was after, like, I'd beaten this game a few times. He showed me that, oh man, you can actually zoom in on the turrets, and I'm like, what? You can? I don't know why I never thought to zoom in on the turrets, but I don't know, it's just, I had never seen anybody zoom in on the turrets, and this is weird because I just saw that bomb come out of nowhere. You know, with these HD collections, you sometimes see the flaws within the game. I'm not saying that's an HD collection flaw. I'm saying that that might just be a flaw with the game that you just don't notice on the PS2 because it's out of the way of the thing. Now, if you don't know what these are, they are some kind of bombs. I believe they will hit the ground and they will start rolling towards Murray. And if one of them hits Murray, then I believe the whole job is a bust. And I believe this, yep.
Fine position. How are you coming on that lever, Murray?
Working on it!
And guess what this is? This is another button mashing thing. We have not had to do this for a while. If you want to know, Murray is the only one who has to do this button mashing thing because he is the only one who actually lifts stuff. And you can tell the last button you press because the last button you press in that mash, he actually does. And like I've said before, I mash the X button when I do that. Now, oh god, I kind of want to see if this same glitch will happen that happened when I first played through this game on this HD collection. Well, so we have to walk this Cherry Bomb 500 there, which is a lot harder than the other actually, I shouldn't say that. It's a little bit different than the other mission that we had to do this because you actually cannot get rid of the guards that might pop up, but something that's weird. In my version of this game, for some reason, okay, there is a guard here. It's a little bit different than it was the one time. So, when I was originally playing this game for Jet Set comms, there were like no guards on this area. When on the PS2 version, there's a whole crapload of guards that show up here. Now, I hope this I hope this rhino guard doesn't do anything stupid. That made me jump for a second, because he stopped right when I started walking out of his sight, but the stupid thing with the rhino guards, sometimes they start like walking right next to you, and they hit you anyways even though you're in the barrel. I believe it's like, oh, well, we actually see what's in the barrel, so we hit it, but whatever. Now, you want to be careful here. You see that marker? Make sure you put this as close to the door as possible, because if you don't, you might miss it and have to start over. But now an awesome slow-mo scene. And an elephant puking. I guess he had a little bit too much to eat. Either that or he just drank way too much water. Because you can also die from that. It's not good. And look, a bottle that went through the door. And an item we never got.
Black clouds and thunderbolts! My spice temple ruined! I will no longer hide while you villains destroy my hard-won empire! This place is mine! Here I am king! Come, face me, Cooper! With Clockwork's black heart, I will show you true power! You are nothing! Come face the might of Rajan, Lord of these hills!
When we try to tick someone off, we really do the job.
Yes, you do seem to have quite a talent for it.
Constable Neela, slumming it with the thieves again?
That man is an illegal spice trader. He should be brought to justice.
All I'm after is the Clockwork part. You help me take him down, and the bust is all yours.
Just try to keep up.
Oh look, another Neela escort mission thing, except this time, even though she says try to keep up, you don't have to keep up, because no matter what, you just get there anyways. Now, this is Rajan. This is not a boss fight, this is just walking on these things. Now, he will kind of choreograph his attacks if he's going to attack. The way he bends his arms when he's using the thing is the way he is going to shoot. Like, he does that, he's going to shoot in the middle. So you do not want to be in the middle. He does that, he's shooting to the right. Now, for some odd reason, he hasn't shot to the left yet. Like, he still hasn't shot to the left yet, so I think I'll be able to get here without any problem.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Slide! I'm buddy! This is it? This is the Cooper gang I've heard so much about and feared these long hours? The Murray will renew your fear. Who's the Murray? All I see is a fat, pathetic weakling. I might be big and not as smart as the other guys, but one thing I'm not is weak.
And then all of a sudden we are in a boss fight. This is Rajan. The entire boss fight is you jumping over his attack, and then he hits, like, he tries to hit you, but he hits nowhere near you, and then you just keep mashing the square button. It gets a little bit harder. He'll say, like, come in, boys. Fight these other people once you get enough damage to him. But yeah, like he's saying right now. But I really like Dimitri's fight. But this fight, I mean, it's okay. It's very repetitive, definitely, and I have died on it before. There was actually one time where I killed him at the same time as I also died, and then a lot of bad things happened. Now, you might think that these guards are kind of an inconvenience. Well, not really. Rajan can actually kill the guards with his attack, and then when he kills the guards, they sometimes drop health, so you have a decent amount of health that you could get. Now, you still might die, though. I don't know the last time I died on this fight, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of eminent. But personally, I don't know which guards are the ones, I think the monkeys are the ones that slide and try to hit you. Those ones are probably the worst ones that could happen. Now, as you see with my strategy, do not care about the enemies. You may hit them when you're trying to hit the one guy, or maybe you should care about the enemies because that happened. Now, I kind of want to show off his other attack. Let's see if he'll do it. Yes, he will. I got off the lily pad. What he does there is if you get far enough away from him, he will try to electrocute the water with his staff. I don't exactly know how that makes sense, but he will try to do that. Now, you want to stay on the lily pads when that happens, or you actually want to jump up and do that. Now, I accidentally had to move when I was, because the guard was there and I tried hitting him and he hit me, and then I went in the water. I got electrocuted by that because electricity and water do not mix. We're lucky that this electric barrier that somehow randomly popped up when we were here is fine and the water's not being electrocuted, but oh shy god, that is how you that's how you actually dodge that. Now, we are actually really close to done with this fight. Hopefully like a few more. Okay, that was the last hit. It's not done, but okay.
Victory belongs to the Murray. Sly's gonna want this half of the Clockwork Heart safe and sound.
And yeah, Clockwork's heart, or at least the other half.
Happy day.
What? Neela? Throw down a ladder! Sly's hurt real bad! Can you hear me? I said Sly's hurt!
Here they are, Contessa, just as I promised. The Cooper gang and Rajan all incapacitated.
Excellent police work, Constable Neela. Carmelita's never been able to catch the Cooper gang. Yet you capture them in just a few short weeks.
Well, I never...
Really, Carmelita, accept your defeat gracefully.
Actually, Contessa, there's a good reason Inspector Fox never caught the Cooper gang. She's been in league with them the whole time. Liar! Prove it! This is a photo of Carmelita dancing with Sly Cooper on the night the Clockwork Wings were stolen. But I didn't know I was dancing with Cooper.
You certainly seem very familiar in this picture. Men, place Inspector Fox under arrest.
I'll get you, Neela. Don't think I won't.
Such a pity when an officer falls from the line.
Yes, indeed.
Can't believe it! That double-crossing cockney liar!
And that was a crazy turn of events, but we finished episode 3 on kind of a sour note.
Though statistically improbable, I had to face the facts. Neela had betrayed us, my teammates were captured, and I was all alone. While intellectually inferior, Sly and Murray had always been a rich source of sociological interest. The long walk out of the jungle gave me time to reflect, and with each passing step, my sense of isolation grew. Shockingly, my comrade's absence had a profound emotional effect on me. This was it. This was the true test of friendship. Upon reaching the van, my resolve was hardened. I had to save my friends. But first things first, I had to learn how to drive a stick shift.
I really like that part. I also like it how it's Bentley's icon instead of Sly's because it's only Bentley that is there. But that was it for episode 3. Yes, a lot of stuff happened. We do not have Sly, we do not have Murray. It is now Bentley Band of Thieves instead of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. But hopefully we are going to rescue the rest of the Cooper gang because, well, if the rest of the game was just Bentley, that would be really weird, especially because we bought all these gadgets for Sly and Murray, and then it'd be like, those are the only gadgets that are available, and you get what I mean. A lot of bad things would happen. But anyways, that is about it for this episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. And this episode, as I thought, is going to be longer than most of the other episodes, because I knew that the operation may have been a little bit on the long side, but if I finished the episode with only that one mission, that would not have been good, and also I did not want to split the operation into 2 episodes because I am not a big fan of splitting missions into 2 episodes. So that is about it for Sly 2 Band of Thieves, or at least this episode. In the next episode, we are going to be starting episode 4, Jailbreak. I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory. So, this has been Juddle Plays saying see you later, and goodbye.